Hiya again. The second video today, the first one was sort of more of a technical thing, trying to chat about the people that want to do these repairs and sometimes don't click on the purchase button, let's say, and go ahead with it. They possibly lack a bit of confidence. I did talk about that this morning, but I was just thinking of a few other things as well. Things that over the last 15 years, I would say, specifically, probably, we would narrow it down probably to the last, I would say, 8 years. And the UK is in turmoil. Most of our customers are in America, the land of the free. And I think there's something to be said for that. I don't really get too much involved in politics, but when it's kicking you up the backside every day, which is what's happening in this country, we've got hundreds of thousands of immigrants coming into this country, and many of them have got nothing to contribute. And I was watching a video today on YouTube, and there's a little town, or a village really, I think in Oxfordshire. What was it called? Piddington, little place called Piddington. I think got 400 people. They've evolved to 400 over the last, lifetime, hundreds of years. It's a very tiny village. I don't even think they've got a corner shop. And our government is going to put, I think it's something like 1,400 boat people that have come across the English Channel from France. They're going to put them into, it's like an army camp there, and they're going to have freedom of the village. They're going to have money spent on them like you wouldn't believe, so they can live normal lives. And the age group between 18 and 30-year-old men, there's hardly any women, and I'm not saying anything really than the truth. I'm just telling you what they're thinking of doing, and you can find out about it if you want. But it's very similar to your last government in America. You had this idea that they were going to import, millions of people. I think they managed to import, in the space of the duration of the Biden presidency, I think they managed to get 3 to 4 million people in. And the reason I'm talking about that is because, whilst we're all trying to do the sensible thing and save money, and trying to do these, it's just like a paradox. You're looking to repair your softener to save money, yet our governments are quite happy to take money off us to look after these people. And it's sort of, it doesn't seem right to me. It seems completely illogical. We're trying to save money with the one hand and they're taking it away with the other, sort of thing. I find that really, really difficult to comprehend. And I can't think of reasons why they want to do it, apart from the governments of the world. They want to take more control of the indigenous people, the people that are living here and lived here for generations. They want to dilute our patriotism, it seems to me, so that we might be more controllable. I can't think of any other reason why they have this desire, and they do have a desire. It isn't as if they're, it's not a flippant thing. It's a calculated thing. The French boats take them to the middle of the English Channel, which is about 12 miles out, and then the English boats or the British boats go out there and take them into this country, and they give them everything from day one. Everything from day one. New computers, iPads, iPhones, pocket money, money to live. They don't have to pay money to live. They don't pay council tax or any sort of fees for anything. They can do whatever they want. Just find it very, very strange, and I don't really know what to think about it really deep down. There's so many problems in the world, and I don't think it's going to be solved by bringing many uneducated, barbaric civilizations into a westernized society. So that's as far as I'm going to go with it, but that's what I believe. And unfortunately, again, in this country, we're not able to speak our minds very well, because if the government hears you say something they don't like, they can knock on your door in the middle of the night and they arrest you. They're arresting more people in this country for speech they don't like, more people than Russia, North Korea, all those countries that also don't like free speech. Our country is now at the top of the tree. Can anybody really believe that? The land that we fought for, and our people fought for, and the Americans fought for, the freedom that Great Britain enjoyed after the war, after fighting a bloody war against the Germans for that length of time, 6 years, and now it's all being given up for nothing. Okay, this sounds a bit of a negative thing. It is a bit of a negative thing, because I've been thinking about it today, and I'm thinking we've all strived, all the people that are buying things from me, from America, are doing it to save themselves some money. Yeah, they're saving some money on the one hand, and often they're handing it out to somebody that doesn't necessarily deserve it. I'm all for helping people. That's the philosophy to have. Be kind, be nice, help people. But I want to help the right people, the people that want to help themselves. And so, that's what this video is about, really. And it's just a continuation. When I said earlier, in the other video, I said that this country has gone to the dogs. It's completely destroyed. It's almost on it. Well, I would say it's on its knees at the moment. We have got to the point where we've got people now in the streets, protesting in the streets. In the main cities and everything. We're in a right old fix, actually. We have a new Prime Minister. He seems to be doing exactly the same as the last one. Doesn't really address any of these problems that the people of the country want to talk about. Not really interested. Anyway, I guess to a certain extent, I suppose the truth of the matter is the elites, as I call them, they don't have to do the same thing as people that have lived the hard knocks life, if you like. The people that I can rub shoulders with, the people that I respect. I like the idea of kindred spirits, people that work hard to look after their families, and I'm all for families. That's the other thing. But again, families are not regarded the same now as what they used to be. So there's a lot of things I could talk about. Probably not really the right place to talk about on a Kinetico site where you're looking to get something done. You probably heard enough politics to last you a lifetime. But I just think sometimes when I'm thinking about people that are actually using their hard-earned money to try and repair their own things and to save some money, and on the other hand they got to go and give it back out to do things they don't really want to do. The money's taken off them. They don't. The tax regime in this country, they're talking at the moment of having an upper rate of tax of 75%. You imagine that. This government, this new government, they've we have to pay things like stamp duty. That's it. If you buy a house, or you sell a house, you have to pay a stamp duty, and it runs into many thousands of pounds. Like if you buy a house, say for $500,000, I think the stamp duty is something like $30,000. And if you ask the question, what is stamp duty? Nobody knows what stamp duty is. It's just a tax they want to pay you because you're buying a bigger house or you're selling a house, an expensive house, whatever it is. I haven't done it for a while, so I don't know the details. But yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna stop this ramble because I think I made my point. My point is people that are trying to save money by repairing their own things and then being fleeced by indiscriminate people who make up a policy and then they call it law. That's the law. The new policy is law, and you're a criminal if you don't abide by it. So they tell you what to do, you have to do it. It's a real problem. Anyway, I'm gonna go and have a lay down. It's time for bed nearly here. What is it? Oh, it's not that late, but yeah, I'm gonna relax for a minute and take it from there. Okay, guys, all the best. Thank you for listening.